Hi everybody, it's Rolex here once again with part 3 of Magic Find to Hunter Season 2. In this part, there's nothing particularly, like amazing or anything interesting. I would say that, well, I mean, just the gameplay and just some random drop here and there. I got you know, about three nurses. I think I got three nurses and one of the inspired learning, which the price is kind of going down now that I looked it up. It's going down from 7 exalts to about 6.8, and it probably gonna keep going down to maybe 6.5, maybe 6 exalts. And if it's keep going down, then I think it might be the time for you guys, if anybody want to play Magic Find. It's probably the time you step up and play it if you want to try it out before the league ends. But yeah, of course, it's the price of inspired learning probably not going down further than 4 exalts, because it's always been a good item even without Magic Find. uh, but still, there's nothing really important dropping. Here's like exalt here and there, and I got to sell the Squire from the last part. Got about like 84.5, 85 exalts, because I want to sell it fast. That's why I listed the lowest price, the cheapest one in the market, because I just want it to go away. Because, well, I mean, I'm not gonna use it, so just like might as well just sell it, right? And to fit in my headhunter, in this part, I haven't bought a headhunter yet. I don't know if the next part I will be able to. I mean, probably short in terms of like currency, because I want to get. That's my Discord, by the way, because I want to get. Uh, Giselles. I want to get the Awakened Sextant. So there are so many things that I would like it, to buy it. There are so many things. So I don't want to spend all of my currency into a headhunter, because I'm gonna get headhunter anyway. So it doesn't really matter if I get headhunter in this part or the next part. But as you can see from this gameplay, sometimes they die. It doesn't bother me that much. But most of the time when you die, it's because maybe sometimes Bamith spawn and just one shot you from far off, maybe some off screen shenanigan. And sometimes you just die because of the proximity shield, because you can't deal damage to them, and you have to move closer and you don't have your shoes up, and you just die because your character is weak when you are unable to do damage, which proximity to cancel all the damage. And yeah, that's gonna be it for kind of overview how this part go, and I'll go into the game to show you what the results are. Yeah, I got a bunch of tainted currency, not like nothing special. Got about 14 to sing. And I got another Remi's concoction with like 10% chance to block and a max spell block roll. I think I would rather get a 12% block attack rather than 6% block spell, because, well, attack is really really scary, and I'm not gonna use it anyway, so I'm just gonna keep it. Maybe I'm trying to sell it. I don't think the price is that good anymore. Maybe like 3, 4, because it's max roll and almost max roll attack. I think it's probably going around about like 10 to 15C. I got Dead Rush with the 12% all resistance with minus cold resist. So that's not terrible for character. You can get a cold resistance somewhere else, and you're getting 12% all resistance. So it's pretty nice too. Getting a little bit of accuracy, something like that. Cut Spirit Malice, there's nothing amazing about this item anymore. It's like 20C. Maybe if I corrupt it, getting skill 5 additional projectile, it would be more expensive, but still, inspired learning. Drop this one again. This is the another one that I drop, which is really really crazy to think of, like running about like 150 maps, and I got 2 inspired learning. Magic Find is really really something this league, and Mark of the Legion with 9% corruption movement speed. on the Scourge. The corrupt one, I corrupt this boot and it's not really doing anything, so it's kind of like whatever. Getting 9% movement speed with these 26%, so this boot is actually 35% movement speed now, which is not bad, but it's not that amazing. I'd probably sell it by maybe 20, 25C at best. I got 3 nurses I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and I also sell Squire for 84.5 exalts, and then the rest is just from the drop. And maybe some items sell for 1 exalt as well. But I don't think it is, because I drop a lot of exalted orb like this section. I haven't got any chaos orb, so I haven't rolled any section with Nemesis 3, so that's why it's only like 59 chaos orb. With 50 maps, in that's mean you're spending at least 250 chaos on that map, and I think I didn't even touch like chaos orb from this stash except from buying things. Oh yeah, I will say though, I spend a little bit of currency to change my character quite a bit to make it better for a Wind Ripper, but we'll talk about that later. I got about 7 exalts dropped in total, and then a bunch of random stuff. I dropped a lot of simple sextant, but I turned it over to be the awakened one because I don't want to just buy them all the time. So I converted all of my small one to be the awakened one, and then I bought another maybe 2 exalts worth of awakened sextant, maybe like 80 something awakened sextant. So they are spending money there, but I'm spending only from this stash. I didn't spend anything from this one because I want to keep tracking of how much you make per part, because well, I mean, you drop something that you would sell, you would know that the squad would sell, right? So I can add the currency that their squad gives me from that to this one. But if you cut that down, it's still 7 exalt. It's still a lot, it's still a lot for an average of 50 maps. And that's pretty much it for the results. And I will go and talk about the passive that I changed, because well, I decided the explosion from the Devastator, it's kind of bad now that I feel about it. Where is it? I think where is it? I think I put it like somewhere here, like this, right? So the Devastator is 15% chance to explode and another 15% chance to explode. There's 2 mods, so that's like 30%. I think it's additive, so I don't know if it's additive or multiplicative. But if it's multiplicative, it's still like 20 something percent chance to explode. It's almost like 30% chance to explode. So that's why most of the time, when you kill something with a lot of buffs up, you just randomly explode monsters, and then they chain explosion, because you don't have the like ally proliferation for freeze. That's why it's kind of bad, because you're not shattering things and you're losing the quantity from your bow. That's why I just remove all of it and not using that megalomaniac. But then I have a problem that I don't have Storm Raider. Storm Raider is a pretty big deal. That's why I decided to buy this medium cluster jewel. This is a very, very expensive one, because it's as you can see, it's a tier 1 strength and tier 1 intelligence, because I need intelligence to be able to drop this node right here. And I spend tainted oil to anoint my amulet to get the graceful assault, because onslaught is very, very good for this character, because you have no way of getting onslaught on this build, unless if you corrupt like you're a Wind Ripper and get onslaught and frenzy charge on kill, because frenzy charge on kill allow me to not using blood rage, and then this one allow me to not using onslaught. That's why it's pretty damn good. And as you can see, I sold Majona for 1 exalt. I'm gonna just do that right real quick. I think it's going to be this one for the attack speed, and weapon range. All right. I have Winter Cock. Wow, that's interesting build. And yeah, and that's pretty much it for the passive. I can drop Wisdom of Blade because I need about like 7 intelligence more, so I get 8%. I get 8 intelligence there. That's pretty much it. And obviously, this one cost me so much. This one is basically 5 exalts because I bought it for like 4.9, but 4.9 is basically 5, right? So it's 5 exalts here, and the blast freeze jewel. This one is 2 exalts, maybe 2.8. It's almost 3 exalts, so I could say that it's like 8 exalt total in this cluster. This one I already had, from the get-go, and then I bought a new Megalomaniac. This one, you probably never gonna get this one. This one has Storm Rider plus Blanket Snow. The other one, it's like whatever. You don't really need that. But Storm Rider and Blanket Snow, it's very, very huge for this character. Because, well, I mean, you can get it on the Coal Cluster Jewel. But the cheapest one with Blast Freeze, the Blanket Snow and Blast Freeze, I think was 6 exalt, and that was a little bit too much. Spending twice the price and getting just like 50C. This one was 50C for Megalomaniac, but if you want to buy this one, I think it's probably gonna be worth like 1 or 2 exalts. Because it's very good. You get power charge for free. You have 25% increased cold damage when you shock enemy. Against shock enemy and 25 against chilled enemy. So it's if you split between lightning and cold damage, you have roughly around 50% increased damage total, or maybe like 25% total increase of damage. And then you have Blanket Snow, which is penetration. You have way more damage on this one. And yeah, as I said, I anointed my amulet, so I fixed a lot of stuff with this. And I don't know if I can fix my strength, so I don't need to grab this one, right? So I can drop these whole area, because whenever I got the headhunter, I can drop this whole area and then just do something else with my points. I can even go for more cluster jewel, because that one, it just way more damage, and maybe it's more tankiness, more survivability, or more faster, because I can get quick getaway and pressure point, right? Maybe just quick getaway for extra damage, or maybe I can just use the the bow cluster. Bow cluster is very, very, very good as well for like something increased crit chance. If the projectiles travel further, again crit chance, something like that. I don't think I like arcing blow or something. The node. But yeah, there's so many things that I can do with these much points, right? If I can drop the inspired learning and getting a headhunter, because headhunter plus 2 inspired learning always a good option, and I can even stick with this because it's not that bad, to be fair. But if I want to get more life and stuff like that, more tankiness and more survivability, and even get more damage early on onto the map, yeah, it's gonna be something like movement speed here, maybe something like movement speed there, 9% movement speed, and maybe another like, I don't know, 11% movement speed there. So it's 20% movement speed for a total of like 5 points. That's pretty good. And then I have like a couple more points to spend. Maybe gonna be spent on some of the weird stuff. I don't know. I have no idea yet. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the character. I haven't changed my strategy. It's going to be full Awakened Sextant running with the pre-maps, 20% Giselle, 20% quality, and corrupt, all of them, all and corrupt them. But these currency, except this one, is from my 51st map, because I just forget to count the map. So it's like the 51st of the map, and that's why I'm not putting it in, because like, even though it's nothing, but it's still a thing, because it's 51, and then I'm gonna do another 50 maps from now, and then I'll keep updating what I've got so far. And I think, yeah, we're close, we're close. Almost getting one full set of the nurse now in just about 150 maps. I could expect it to get one more in 50 maps in the next 50 maps, or maybe two or three more, right? So they're quite easy to drop, especially you're stacking this much quantity. That's why it's going to be easy, and that's pretty much it for this part. And I don't want to to make it long, because 29 minutes, 30 minutes a video, it's not something you would want to watch anyway. So that's pretty much it. And also, I want to talk about the Scourge map because I have a bunch of them. I will most likely run them. This one has 60% reduced movement speed. This one's gonna be like bad, right? And 5 additional unique, 1 abyssal jewel, and 4 Scourge item. They're not good. Like, they're not good. So I don't think I'm gonna run this. Maybe I'm just gonna run it for fun, but I don't know. But after I finish with this series, I will do the series where I run all of my Scourge map. All of my Scourge map. If I can't run some of them, like maybe just like some take like 30,000 damage or something when shipped into Nightmare, or even this one, player lose 1,200 life per second while in Nightmare. I don't think any of my character can do that, even though with my tankiest character, because it's just insane. 1,200 life, it's probably doable on Righteous 5 character. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Scourge map. I will do Scourge map after I finished the Magic Fighter Henata, because I don't want to put any Scourge map into the run, because it's gonna ruin something. Because if you have like a 10 stack deck drop, right, and you open all the stack deck, you get all the nurses, you get all the doctor. That's not fun. That's not fun. If you want to make the most out of your currency, if you want to make the most currency, yeah, sure, go for it. Go for Scarabs, go for all Scourge map that you can bake, and then do every single thing that you could possibly do to get more currency. But I'm not doing that, right? Because I'm not doing to get currency. I know that I'm gonna get currency, even I'm not doing it. Even I'm doing the weirdest thing, even I'm doing the least efficient way, it's still gonna get me headhunter anyway. So because I want to keep tracking of things that I want to do. That's pretty much it. And if you guys have been enjoying the league so far, or maybe having enjoyed the Magic Find session so far, seeing a lot of unique item drops, you can comment down below whatever you think of this league. And do you think this league gonna go core? Because I don't think it will. So if you have the opportunity to get into this league, do it, because I don't think this league will go core. And that's it. See you on the next video. Bye bye.